Senior High School On-Air Academy. Unstoppable! Delivering you quality education amidst pandemic.
To defer school opening to October 5.
Unstoppable!
Giving you accessible learning platform anytime, anywhere.
Ang klase, whatever form it is.
Comprehensible!
Buckle up and get yourself ready.
I will repeat, then you will do it later on.
Accurate!
The sphere that includes all living things.
Today, we will be talking about rational functions.
Simplify.
This is Joss speaking. How may I help you?
This is Ed School Radio's Senior High School On-Air Academy. And now, here's your new episode for The Kitchen Master, your guide for the subject Senior High School TVL Cookery. The Kitchen Master.
The Kitchen Master.
Do you know what's cooking? Mouth-watering dishes are ready to serve, my dear senior high school learners. Today, another dish is coming to our table as you will listen to this episode that will surely give you a 10 out of 10 score. And I am glad that despite of the situation that we are facing right now, we can still learn as one through Radyo Eskwela sa Isabela. I am Teacher Lilibeth Mimban Tabuyo, your teacher on air, always reminding you to listen carefully in this episode. Are you ready? Make sure, my dear learners, that you are in your kitchen, safely prepared by your mother or anyone that will assist you. Make all necessary tools and equipment sanitized before we proceed to this broadcast because for sure, this will be your stepping stone for a National Certificate Level 2 in Cookery in preparation for a future master baker in the near future. Are you ready?
Oh yeah!
I think you are now ready. So let's begin. We learned a lot from the previous episode where you enumerated the different egg dishes. Am I right? To check on your understanding of the past lesson, let me see how well you listened in the last episode. Let's check your previous quiz. 1 is true, 2 is false, 3 is false, 4 is true, and 5 false. Okay, let's count your score. How many score did you get? Wow, that is great. You really did listen very well. Now, we are going to learn another set of dishes that will surely satisfy your cravings. So, ready your pens and notepads and learning activity sheets as you enter the Master's Kitchen Chef by having an oozing environment as we welcome you to our today's episode. Stay tuned. I'll be back after this reminder.
Mare, narinig mo na ba ang tungkol sa online distance learning ng DepEd? Ano ba ito? Ay oo, Mare. Ang online distance learning ay isang pamamaraan kung saan maihahatid ng mga guro ang kaalaman para sa mga anak natin sa tulong ng teknolohiya gaya ng internet, laptop, computer, at cellphone. Ganun ba, Mare? Oo, Mare. Hindi magkakasama at magkakaharap ang mga estudyante at mga guro. Maaaring matuto ang mga bata sa pamamagitan ng online na pagkatuto. Isang mensahe mula sa kagawaran ng edukasyon at ng himpilang ito.
And we are back once again. Good day, my dear students. Still with teacher Lilibeth. Today's episode will focus on how we are going to prepare starch and cereal dishes. At this very moment, it is very essential to answer this question. What are the dishes that make from starch or starches? What are the dishes made from cereals? Correct! Starch is the second most abundant organic substance on earth. It is found in all forms of leafy green plants located in the roots, fruits, or grains. Many of the food staples of man throughout the world are starchy foods such as rice, corn, cassava, wheat, potato, and others. Starch is the source of up to 80% of calories worldwide. Besides this significant role, starches have been used in food manufacture, cosmetics, pharmaceuticals, textiles, paper, construction materials, and other industries. Yes, and we Filipinos love starchy foods which we always serve in our table. Do you have other examples in mind? Okay, technically, you will be saving your answers for later. Class, in using starch to our dishes, we have to consider first their properties and reactions so that we will not waste anything in preparation. Are we clear?
Okay!
That's great! And in order to identify the properties and reactions of starch, let's try this activity. This is the direction. I will enumerate 7 functions of starch and choose the correct function that suits on the recipe in the following items that I will mention. Are you ready?
Alright!
These are the 7 functions of starch in a recipe: thickening, gelling, binding, stabilizing, moisture retaining, and diluent. Did you write the words?
Oh yeah!
Good. Let's proceed to the recipe. Number 1, kutsinta. What is your answer? Correct. Gelling. Number 2, luncheon meat. What is your answer? Precisely. Binding. Number 3, sauces. What is your answer? You got it. Thickening. Number 4, cream fillings. What is your answer? Excellent. Moisture retaining. Number 6, cupcake. What is your answer? Amazing. Diluent. Wow. Let's count your score. Impressive. Now, let's discuss the different properties and reaction and its function to a recipe. Number 1 is gelling. There are some changes that occur in the first stages of heating starch granules in a moist environment, which includes swelling of granules as water is absorbed and disruption of the organized granule structure. That is why Kutsinta is a jelly-like recipe. Next one is viscosity, or the resistance to flow. Increase in thickness or consistency. When the newly gelatinized starch is stirred, more swollen granules break and more starch molecules spill, causing increase in viscosity or thickness used as thickeners in gravies. Number 3, starch as binders. That is usually used in luncheon meats or okoy recipe that will prevent from breaking down of the ingredients. Hindi nadudurog kapag mag-deep fry na. Any questions? Let's have another activity of identifying the common problems in starch cookery. Number 1. This problem is usually encountered when using acid or acid ingredients such as lemon or vinegar. What is your answer? Correct. Thinning gel. Number 2. There is too much liquid in relation to the starch. What is your answer? Correct. Weak gel. Number 3. This is due to loss of water from the starch and protein molecules near the surface of the mixture. What is your answer? Correct. Skin formation. Number 4. This can be avoided by temperature control and constant stirring, so the starch granules do not settle at the bottom of the cooking pan. What is your answer? Correct. Scorching. And number 5, this is due to ungelatinized starch. What is your answer? Correct. Raw starch flavor. Who got the correct answers? Perfect. Do you know that starch preparation depends on the recipe you are going to cook? Too much acid ingredient will affect the gelling effect of your recipe. Also, too much liquid will also weaken the gel. Loss of water in the recipe will form skin in the finished product. Scorching will develop when temperature is not controlled and if the starch did not gelatinize. Raw starch flavor will be tasted. Class, did you note the significant details of the lesson?
Oh yeah!
Very good. You are now ready to cook starch dishes. We are done with the functions of starch to different recipes. Next, there are varied considerations to follow in preparing starch dishes to prevent waste of time, effort, and money. Since starch came from cereal grains, what comes to your mind when I say cereal? Anyone? Wow, you are amazing. Cereals are usually starchy pods or grains. Cereal grains are the most important group of crops in the world. In manufactured and processed foods, it plays an obvious role in achieving the desired viscosity in such products as sauces, gravies, etc. Rice, wheat, and corn are 3 most cultivated cereals in the world. Thus, what pop up in your mind when I say cereal dishes? Wow, excellent! These are noodles and pasta. What are the examples of dishes from noodles and pasta? Perfect. We have macaroni, bihon, sotanghon, lasagna, and spaghetti. Since noodles and pasta has the same properties with the starch dishes, noodles and pasta are cooked with perfection to avoid waste of raw materials. Noodles and pasta, when overcooked, is saggy and not palatable in presentation. When liquid is not enough, raw starchy flavor is tasted. Thus, noodles and pasta should be cooked in perfection. I think you are all ready for a short quiz. But before that, we wrap up first our lesson through question and answer. Let's have an activity. These are the directions. Write starts if the statement is correct, and if it's not, write cereal, and beside it, write the word or words that makes the statement incorrect. Write your answers in your activity notebook. Number 1. Always maintain the highest standards of sanitation in the kitchen. What is your answer? Perfect. Start. Number 2. Always observe personal hygiene. What is your answer? Perfect. It is also starts. Number 3. Use the same equipment and utensils for handling raw food. What is your answer? Perfect. Cereal. The word that makes it wrong is same. Why? It is simply because we must use different kind of equipment and utensils in handling raw food to avoid contamination. Number 4. Always maintain the highest standards of sanitation in the kitchen. What is your answer? Perfect. Start. And number 5. As food handlers, you must undergo training on food safety and obtain medical certificates. Correct? The answer is starts. Now let's count the number of your score. Wow! You really did a great job. As you prepare for a short quiz, let's have a short break.
Taho! Taho kayo dyan! Di makatulog sa gabi sa kaiisip, damdamin ko'y mayroong lungkot hanggang sa panaginip. Oh, Berto, di ka ba nakatulog kagabi? Hindi nga ho, Kuya Pekto. Dala ho siguro ng lungkot ng pag-iisa dito sa bahay. Di ho kasi makalabas dahil sa COVID-19. Hay. Berto, may 3 bagay na dapat kang tandaan para maiwasan ng lungkot sa mga ganitong sitwasyon. Una, alamin ang dahilan ng iyong kalungkutan. Pangalawa, maaaring ipabatiban iyong nararanasan sa mga taong malalapit sa iyo. Nariyan ang internet para makausap mo sila. At ang pangatlo, ilaan mo ang iyong oras sa mga bagay na ikaw ay magiging abala. Hindi lang pisikal na kalusugan ang mahalaga, Perto, pati pang kaisipan rin. Tatandaan ko yan, Kuya Pekto. Maraming salamat sa payo. Isang paalala mula sa kagawaran ng edukasyon at ng himpilang ito.
Welcome back! Now we're going to have your short quiz. These are the instructions. Choose the letter of the correct answer. Write your answers in your TLE notebook. Number 1. It is one of the properties of starch which has a resistance to flow of starch and modified starch paste. A. Gelatinization. B. Viscosity. C. Acidity. And D. Stabilizing. Number 2. This problem is usually encountered when using acid or acid ingredients such as lemon or vinegar. A. Thinning of gel. B. Weak gel. C. Scorching. D. Skin formation. Number 3. How can we avoid scorching formation in starch cookery? A. Cover container of the starch gel with a waterproof cover. B. Constant stirring while cooking. C. Use a double boiler for cooking. Or D. Set the fire of the stove in its lowest volume. Number 4. Pasta gets bigger and heavier when cooked. A. Agree. B. Disagree. C. Dual-minded. Or D. Not at all. And number 5. Al dente means blank. A. Chewy. B. Scorched. C. Firm to the bite. And D. Saggy taste. I will give you 2 minutes to review your answer. How are you there? Are you still fine, my dear students? Okay, it is very easy, diba? Hope you enjoyed your quiz, did you?
Oh yeah!
That's it. Congratulations. We will check your answers on our next episode. You may continue your activity after this broadcast. And for now, to commend you for a job well done, give yourself a round of applause. Your final scores will be sent to you by your teacher. Our episode has come to an end, so for now, you may just put your answer sheets inside your envelope, which would be sent to the school for checking. In addition, you will make a video presentation while you are preparing and cooking homemade pasta using the given raw materials in your LAS. You may include other ingredients. Your product, performance, and presentation will be rated using the rubric. Send your video output in your teacher's email account. If you have questions regarding our episode for today, you may just call or text your cookery teacher in your respective schools. Be sure to tune in on the next episode. On behalf of the scriptwriter, Rhea Jane, C. Valle Bernardo, and the RBI production team, once again, I am Teacher Lilibeth Mimbantabuyo, always reminding you, we learn as one, walang batang maiiwan sa SDO Isabela.
Patuloy ang edukasyon para sa ating henerasyon.
Sa daan ng pagkatuto ay walang maiiwan.
Kaya halina sa Radyo Eskwela.